Okay. All right, we are back. I had figured out what I did that time. I don't know. I went through as I was resetting this live, and I'd click the button, put it in horizontal mode, and then no, it's not made for children. Well, for whatever reason, when I clicked go live, it sent me back, said you need to revert your phone. So it set it back to vertical mode. I don't know why. So I went back and reset that. Well, it must have reset it's made for children, and so I had to. So I had to go back and turn that off, make sure it's not set for kids, because of course you don't want people chatting with your kids. But now we got the live back up and running.
Take 3, and we're live, yeah.
Third time's the charm. Now I can comment. Sorry about that. If for some reason it was set to video was made for children, and I don't know, because we get profane in here sometimes.
Yeah.
Very seldom, but it does happen. All right. So now everybody can comment. Except me. Can you comment?
Yeah. Much love from San Diego. Thank you, Mob Nasty. San Diego. That's where I'm from.
I can't read the comments, so. Anyway, Mars Attacks. Is there anything on the back, babe? Show them the back of your shirt. Of course there's something on the back. So, of course there's something on the back. There it is. Look at that.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Flex for me, daddy, she says. Can you see that? Yeah, they can see that. Look at that back hit on that shirt. This cat loves that shirt. We picked that up at the Mojo Dojo just here recently.
Yeah, I definitely love it.
Yeah. You're going to keep this going because I can't. Here we go. Okay, now I can read the comments. All right. I'm from Escondido. You know where that is?
No.
Escondido? No? Okay. All right. Now we've got Mars Attacks. Deluxe 321 said that's too cool. El Tenda, what's up, El Tenda? How you doing? We got 9 people in here on take 3. Sorry about that. We was experiencing technical difficulties. First we had Wi-Fi problems, then we had operator problems. Finally I got it the third time. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's everybody been up to? I was sick, so I haven't been on here for quite 2 times?
The last 2 lives, and
I made a cameo last time, though.
yeah, you were a background voice for a minute.
So was Striker, though.
Yeah.
We got pretty sick.
Because I try to do a live at least once every couple of weeks, so it's been at least a month since you were on here. Yeah. So we got 10 people in here tonight. Counting on you guys to keep the conversations going. We got some big things coming in the future. But you got any Pokemon cards you can flex? No. If you go back, it's one of my very early videos. You go back in the very early timeline. I had the entire master set. You know, the first original 151 Charizard and all. I sold that set. Made a video about it. Go check that video out. It's way back early on. It's like our second or third video.
Yeah. It's like really early.
Yeah. I wish I still had them to flex because they are major flex now. You know, I had the Charizard, I had them all, the whole set. And then, of course, what really was the flex is the idiot offer I got the first time.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Yeah.
And that's in the video. So.
Yeah. I wish I had something to flex. I was thinking as I started this live tonight, I was like, maybe I should shoot another flex video. But I've been getting eaten apart on Instagram on my Adidas flex video. That thing got, right now it's up to like 47,000 views. And I am constantly, well, not constantly, but it's at least once or twice a day I'm getting somebody saying something negative. So. But I think we was going to do a rock band t-shirt flex video. I think it was on the next one on my list. Because I got some serious hardcore, grail pieces. Well, like this one, of course. Hey, guys. Nikki Corpse. I love that name. Like the way it's spelled, too. Korpes. Pse. Excuse me. Hoping Donnie DeChico stops through. He's one of our regular viewers. If you watch our lives regularly, you'll hear that name occasionally. Donnie DeChico. He usually swings by. Kind of an odd night for us to be on. It's a Monday night, but is that your listed inventory behind? Oh no. This is our keeper stuff behind us. This is everything that we hold dear.
Yeah, it's our collection.
It's our collection. Yeah. We're going to take you guys on a collection video tour one of these days too.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
That your listed inventory. It's funny how they say that because my listed inventory sucks. We don't list enough. That's the problem.
No.
Yeah. Any new items added to your? Let me see here. I got it right in front of me.
Shelves.
Add to your shelves. As a matter of fact, there was. Yeah. We braved the frozen tundra. Went out Saturday to Indianapolis to that Greater Indoor Flea Market and Garage Sale. Is that what it is? What's that called?
Greater Indianapolis
Marketplace and Garage Sale. Yeah, she can remember that shit. I can't.
It's a lot to remember, though.
But we scored very well there. We bumped into Froggy, of course, and then, like I said, for you guys who stopped into the live here in a little bit, I'm probably going to give you a sneak peek of one of the items that I found that did make the shelf. It's too big for the shelves, but it's on display here in a prominent location. So, are you part-time or full-time? Well, I'm full-time. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
She works as a nurse, and then on her days off, she goes out with me thrifting. So I said she kind of got two jobs, and then I do this all the time. So nice, says Pablo Esco. There's a name I recognize. He's in here quite a bit. There's 17 people tonight. 3 likes. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Let us know what you want to talk about. This is like our thing. We try to do this every couple weeks just to connect with the viewers, and you guys get to know us a little bit, and then you get sneak peeks because I can't bear not showing things off when I can. No. I got to do it. So I'm debating on it. I keep looking down here because it's right next to me. It's such a great find, and it was like I'm gonna do it. We're early on. Why not?
Yeah.
Look at this right here. This is it. This is one of them things that I picked up at that flea market in Indianapolis, and there's listings for this like was it $230 or so. They had listings for this on eBay, and I got this thing for $30. But the thing is, I'm such a huge RoboCop fan. It's like I didn't have anything RoboCop in my collection, and it's like I'm keeping it for the price I got it for. We're keeping it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And it had some tape on it, some other nasty stuff that I managed to get off, and it cleaned up nice. So yeah, RoboCop. Alpha Commando, the talking giant version, is one of the few things that we found at this Indianapolis flea market place thing. Miss Kate, you have to correct me because I can never get it right.
You do good.
So there's a little sneak peek. That's just a little something. That's a big something.
Yeah.
But the fact is that we found stuff that was even better than that.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
It's insane.
Yeah. 15 people in the house tonight. 4 likes. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you're dropping a comment so we got something to talk about. I can't show off everything that we found here lately. I got a lot of sneak peeks sitting around me though. It's like we got an unboxing video from where Miss Cat had found this marketplace on Facebook, whatever you want to call that, and she picked up a whole box of really cool stuff for really cheap. Any tips for a new collector / reseller moving to Nashville in a few months, planning on hitting tons of yard sales, etc., vintage wrestling, but no clue with old toys and stuff like that?
Do your research, definitely, because there's stuff that I was shocked.
It's just, I don't know. Go with your gut instinct, really. If you go with what's cool, that's what I do. And a lot of times I buy even newer stuff. I don't care as long as it's cool, as long as it fits the aesthetic that I'm looking for. I'm not the best at giving advice or tips, but learn each individual category. You know that there's Ninja Turtles, there's Transformers, there's this, that. Make sure that you learn the staples that you need to look out for in each collection. I don't know everything about every collection, but I do know the grails that I need to look for in each collection. So,
yeah,
like I know what grail, like in board games, if I'm looking for a rare board game, I know the top of my list needs to be Dark Tower, and so on, and then Dream Foam, and so on and so on. So you make sure that every category you're interested in, you at least learn what's the holy grail of that category. Right?
Yeah.
Is that close enough?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd ask her. I taught her. She's learned this on the fly. And the fact that, there was a time when I was on house arrest that I couldn't go out thrifting, but I needed that thrifting itch scratched. And she would go out for me, and Mom would go out for me. And Kat had, found a couple rare NASCAR shirts, a couple rare Harley sweatshirts, so... Thing is, just get in and do it. And if you watch me, and I see in the comments here that you watch Froggy, we're showing you guys what to look for.
Yeah.
The difference is I'm showing you what to look for, and I'm finding it for as low as possible. that's the catch.
And it's stuff that you're interested in, and I'm interested in.
Right.
We don't care if we.
El Tinda says it's all calm in Chicago. Oh, that's good. At least I don't know. We had some high winds here, so I can only imagine. Well, that's probably just a gust for you guys in the Windy City.
It was insane here. It's been insane.
He says also been watching Froggy and lots of good information on y'all's channels. Yeah. It just depends on what you're looking for. We deal in nostalgia. Like we've said it 100 times. We're not the ones out here buying pots and pans, Tupperware. We're not buying DVD, VCR combos. We leave them behind on the regular. Sorry, baby. And, so it just depends on what you're into. If you want to be a full-time reseller or you want to be a nostalgia seller, I tell you, there's more money in being the full-time reseller who sells the pots and pans, who sells the knickknacks and the heavy stuff. But in our case, first and foremost, storage is a concern, and we just don't want a bunch of that stuff sitting around. We want sitting around stuff we don't mind living with for 6, 8, 10 months, however long it takes to sell,
Well, actually, it's however long it takes
to get
list.
Yeah, because I can't really complain. Our sell-through rates are pretty. I keep stuff selling on Poshmark regularly. I got stuff going out every day, and eBay is a couple times a week, if not more. But it's like I just don't list it. I don't have time. Okay, now let's see here. That's a cool RoboCop right there. I believe it's 1998 and my cousin had it. I'm not sure what year that is. I know it was based on the RoboCop 3, which most people hated, but I love that movie, so... he is absolutely right. It is 1993. I bow to your superior knowledge on the subject, sir.
He said 1998.
I mean, excuse me, he's right. It's 1998. Yeah. Anywho, now, what else we got here? Because... It was rad to see you on Retro Rick's channel. Glad you guys made the trip. Definitely on my bucket list. Oh, man, Nikki Corpse.
Yeah.
Then you're going to love what we got going on in October. Retro Rick is starting his own con, really rad weekend or the Southeastern Game Exchange. Those for reference. He's starting his own con, and he's going to do it right there in Conway, Arkansas. Me and Miss Cat have already committed to being booth there. And we're going to be set up selling our vintage clothes and a lot of this cool stuff that we found. We're taking Spider-Man stuff, video games, so on and so forth. And it's going to be our very, very first pop-up. So we plan to bring you guys an epic video from the weekend and,
We're super excited about it.
I'm hoarding up. I'm starting now, and I'm hoarding up good stuff to take, satin jackets. I'm taking top-of-the-line clothes. And then whatever we find between now and October, Yeah. So... Which will be another cool thing that we'll get to show you guys in the videos as we're finding stuff. We'll be telling you, well, we're selling this on the internet, but this we're going to stash away, take to Retro Ricks.
Well, and we're getting ready to do like a big wholesale deal.
Yeah, we're gonna clear out a bunch of stuff that's just been sitting around. I don't know. We're gonna do that in the next couple of weeks, probably.
Yeah. We should have already started on it.
Okay, now let's get here. Christopher Nutter. Sorry if you're still in here. We try to answer each comment individually. So Christopher Nutter, how long you been reselling? I've been doing this off and on since 2012. Basically, Miss Cat's been doing it off and on since 2017. Yeah. Yeah, and we've been doing it for a while. Okay, E.T. got vintage. What's up, guys? How's it going? It's going good. Yeah, can't complain.
Other than the cold.
Yeah, cold's a little rough and.
It's a little insane.
And I haven't got a video to go viral about yet. I complain about that every live. We complain about that. Okay, let's see here. Nikki Corp says that's sick. Can't wait to see how it unfolds. Oh, we can't wait either. We're genuinely so excited for that. And it's in October, and that's the thing. We're going to be bringing some major content throughout October because it's already a known fact that we're going to be going to have bourbon with Kane Hodder again. So we're literally going to be going from Arkansas to Kentucky, within a week of each other. And my mom has agreed to come with us so we can take Stryker to this deal with Retro Rick so Mom can stay at the hotel with the baby and then bring him in and out as she pleases. So it's actually we're big family trip when you think about it, yeah.
It's super super exciting, and it's gonna be a blast.
Yep. Okay, so Skylar says, yes, also flipping pots and pans sounds sort of boring. Absolutely. And then it's no knock to the people, because I watch a lot of these guys. No knock to people who can do it. You know, salad, I've learned a lot. I learned to look out for salad master, you know, pots and pans and things of that nature. And she's learned things like, what was that one brand?
Magnolia Pearl.
Magnolia Pearl. See, she picked that up from Hustle at Home Mom, this Magnolia Pearl brand, something to keep an eye out for. So it's not like we don't learn from these people, but in the event that I would run across Salad Master pans, I would buy them, but would I resell them? No. They would replace all of our pans around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if they're that good.
Yeah. So
steals and deals for us.
That's what it's about. You know, we'll buy the everyday stuff, or we'll buy some of that stuff occasionally, but just know it's for the house.
Yeah.
Or for us. Now, let's see. I sell bubbles to soap. You sell it like that? I wish I had it that good. All right, Nikki Corpse, that'll be sick. Can't wait to see all them photos. Okay, Tyler Sosa, and he's in a love y'all from Columbus. All right, Tyler Sosa from Columbus in here. We've been to Columbus. We went and seen Doobie live at Newport Hall in Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was amazing, yeah. And we've been up there to Columbus. I've been up there, not we. I've been up there to the Vintage Clothing Fest up there. And then we had an interesting time driving around Columbus on our way home from Philadelphia. This guy don't want to talk about it.
No.
That was her leg of the trip, you know, and we hit Columbus, I don't know, right around, was it noonish? Noonish time? Yeah. It happens.
It was insane.
So, but hey, we got 18 people in here. We got 10 likes, and we've only been at this for 16 minutes. I'd like to, you know, we'll have to cut it slightly short. We'll be done at 8 o'clock, but you know, you guys are keeping us for the next hour and a half, so you know.
Yeah, so let's get some subjects to talk about.
Chop it up. I'm sure you guys have missed her, right? No, not so much. I don't know.
I was sick. And...
Well, the one live you were at work that I did by myself. Remember that? Because you said you was watching it from work.
Yeah.
And then the other one you was sick.
Picked up.
Yeah, and the other one you was sick. So yeah, we caught we got that COVID thing. Yeah.
Perks of being a nurse.
Yeah. 21 people, 13 likes. Make sure you're smashing that like. Drive some more people in here. Our subs have kind of stalled out a little bit. You know, we broke 5,100, and that took us a little while to break 5,100. And then now we kind of stalled out there like 5,108. I had a goal set for like make it 6,000 by April, which will be our 2-year mark. But I don't think we're gonna make it now. Not unless one of these videos trips off and goes 25,000, 30,000 for no reason, which
you never know.
That never happens to me. I've seen it happen to several other channels I've watched, but that never happens to me. All right, let's see here. How many subs you get a day? Not enough. There's some days we don't get any subs at all. There's some days I'll gain 2 subs and then lose 2 subs because YouTube is constantly taking them away from us. But you know that's just how YouTube works.
Yeah, I would go to Colorado. I've been there.
Y'all ever planning to come to Colorado? I mean, if there's something up there to do.
Horror or music.
Yeah, I mean.
Movie, that's our big thing.
We'd like to get our channel to blow up a little bit so I can make a little bit of more of this YouTube money. And then, like I said, our content wouldn't change, just our adventures would. We would travel to some of these states further away, thrift the whole way there, or use my yard sale treasure map. Because if we had been more prepared on the trip to Retro Rick's, there was a ton of garage sales all the way around there because one of the highway sales there in Arkansas happened to be going on at the same time. Yeah, we was like, I think something like that.
31.
Yeah. So, what's on your want to find list? Oh, there's everything's on my want to find list. But this year we've got a few specifics. I mean, well, it's always the same. I always want to find Scratch the Cat.
Yeah, I always try to look.
Yeah.
Stupidly. He's like, babe, you're gonna know.
I want to find a Coogee sweater. In all honesty, I mean, it's it seems kind of simple, but they have eluded. I've been doing this for
I found Coogee jeans.
That don't count. I want one of them Bill Cosby Coogee sweaters. One of them $300 jobbies. I've never found one, and it kills me. It's been on my list for a while. As much as I have found. What?
Yeah, you found a lot.
So. Bedtime here in the UK. Nice Led Zeppelin shirt. My dad grew up near Robert Plant. Oh, I love Robert Plant. Nobody has a better voice than Robert Plant. Stairway to Heaven is the greatest song ever written. But thanks for stopping in, Duncan Street. We love everybody, all of our overseas viewers. Actually, we're the giveaway we just had for that Jack Skellington mask for our 5,000 followers. A guy named Tall Paul won it, and he hit me up. He's like, "Well, I live in Scotland. Does that change?" Nope. We're glad it went to one of our overseas viewers. We're just thrilled that people overseas are watching us. So.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's like, who can say that? I like it.
Let's see here.
Joint band.
Favorite joint band? You have to be more specific. I'm not sure what a joint band is. Is that like a rock band? Or, we don't listen to much rock music. At least
Old
anymore.
rock.
Well, Led Zeppelin, man. Or the Doors. The Doors. It's really close. Because I'm a big time Doors fan too. I love Jim Morrison. Is Mecca still valuable at all these days? Mecca. I don't know what Mecca is. Are you talking Mecca or NECA? Some NECA is. I mean, we've picked up some. It just depends on how much you get it. But I need more space. Glad to have you back, Miss Cat. Happy you're feeling better now, says James Stalker. So basically a band that you equally enjoy. Oh, okay. Who's the band? Sublime.
Yeah.
I think we bonded over Sublime. Well, then, and then Saint Asonia, and then Led Zeppelin. Those are three bands that we agree on. Dramarama.
Oh yeah, there's so many.
Yeah. Well, a lot of stuff I turned Miss Cat on to, so it was like.
Yeah.
You're getting out of frame, woman.
Sure.
Okay, now let's see. Is Mecca okay, Mecca. I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I ain't actually run across that. I was late to the party getting on them early Y2K brands. And I'll tell you why is because I wore a lot of that shit in the 90s, in the late 90s and early 2000s. And that's like, I didn't want it anymore. So I don't touch Rockaware. I don't touch Mecca. I don't touch Academics or Sean John, really, for the most part. So it says like Coogee. I don't think I've ever even ran across it. A lot of rappers used to wear it. No, right now I'm looking for Carl Canny. That's what I want. Tupac used to wear him a lot. It's KarlKani. I want some Carl Canny jeans.
I wasn't looking at Tupac's clothes when I was listening to his songs. They were so touching, and he was such a good storyteller.
Yeah.
We weren't looking at his clothes.
Okay.
We were listening to his voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he was just as much of a fashion icon as he was, some of his iconic. He was wearing, hockey jerseys when hockey jerseys wasn't cool. There's that famous picture of him spitting at the camera wearing that Detroit Red Wings jersey. It's the reason I have that Detroit Red Wings jersey. So you can't tell me he didn't have a.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying I wasn't looking at his clothes.
Pervert.
No, it wasn't even that. It's just. Whatever.
Well, we got off on a tangent there. I don't know too much about Mecca. You got me on that one. I would assume that was...
No, I thought it was the toys.
Yeah, I would assume that's a later 90s, 2000s, because I do recall the name Mecca, I'm pretty sure.
I don't. I must have been the loser.
When it come to stuff like that, I would be more like Peli Peli. I was really into Peli Peli. 50 Cent wore that, though, You never heard of Peli Peli? Or Averex. Really, Averex, their leather jackets were bar none.
The sad thing is, I'm the Californian.
Mm-hmm. What's that got to do with anything? You don't know nothing about nothing except for Hurley and Volcom.
Yes. At-Ease, Audio.
Yeah.
World Industries.
You sidewalk surfer. No. Well, the comments kind of died on us, or my tablet's frozen here. So I guess we'll just talk to each other.
That's what we've been doing.
Got 20 people in here. All right. Well, what's been on your mind lately? Have you missed being on here?
Yeah, and I'm really excited about the yard sale season coming up.
We were just talking about that the other day. That we was kind of. But
I'm excited, but we're nervous.
We got to go into it with like this is a new year and pretend like last year didn't happen.
Yeah,
because
like you can't have expectations.
There's not going to be. It's not going to.
There's not going to be a collection of Spider-Man popping up again from the 60s in boxes.
Nikki Corp says, "Yeah, I got a few Averex hoodies too. I like Averex hoodies, jeans, and their leather jackets were on point. Actually, I don't see too much of it anymore. I haven't seen any in a while. It used to be Jinko. I used to see that quite a bit. I actually sold quite a bit of Jinko, and this was back like 4 or 5 years ago. I remember them big green ones I had, the big parachute Jinko
Oh, yeah.
ones that had the green pinstriping on
Yeah.
them. I sold them things for like $68 years ago, and that was top of the mark like 4 or 5 years ago. Now they're $200 and $300 friggin' jeans.
Well, and they're redoing them.
Oh yeah, they're remaking Jinkos now
Yeah.
too. Yeah, so. How you guys feel about the sponsorship in not this last video but the previous video? Is that something you guys agree with or disagree with? Do you guys like seeing like a commercial or a sponsorship like that pop up in the video? You know, make sure that you guys let me know. I gotta get feedback on that because we've got a few other people looking to sponsor us and deal with us, and we're not gonna bring any products to the table that we don't think our fans will just, or our fans, our viewers will just love.
Well, and that we wouldn't use.
Right.
Like we were just talking, I actually, liked watching you mess around with that lightsaber versus hearing about, fume.
Right. Nikki Corp says, Jinko and kickwear was my entire 90s for sure. What about Lee pipes? I had a friend of mine named Preston who wore some Lee pipes that they were huge, and they rivaled any Jinkos I ever saw.
They were a lot more comfortable. They weren't so stiff.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I wore it with my Jordan jersey.
Jaybird says, I thought the ad was cool, but it was a little long. I get that, but there's a minimum. There's a minimum. They told me that they and I just barely hit the minimum. They wanted to be at least 5 minutes, but they talked from 5 to 10 minutes. So, sorry. and the better the product, that's a really good product. So I wanted to give it, as much as I could.
Yeah.
And not bore the core audience, because I know that what you guys want to see, and I know that I don't want to see a long ad in the middle of my videos either, or the videos that I'm watching per se, even if it is something that I'm interested in, because I know that the reason why I'm at most of these channels is not to see an advertisement, but to see what they found. It's still, to me, it's about the treasure hunt. A lot of these people I watch, I don't like, and I'm gonna tell you that, but I just want to see what they found. Yeah. So
I ask you all the time, I'm like, what? Why are you even watching?
Why are you watching this particular person? Well, I just want to see what they found. So I got 16 people in here. You guys got us for the next hour and a half. We're just shooting the breeze, putting out the vibe, as we call it, right?
Yeah.
Miss Cat's celebrating being back.
Yes, we're definitely excited about the Ghostbusters movie coming out a week early.
Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom. We're looking forward to that. So, yeah, it's that's definitely on the list.
And it's ahead of schedule, so.
Yeah, we'll probably bring you guys along because it's not very often we go to the theater.
No.
So we took you guys along when we went to see the Mario Brothers movie, and I'm sure we'll take you guys along again to see that Ghostbusters
Special movies, and we'll get out. But.
Hoping to see Donnie or DeChico in here, but I don't know if Donnie's gonna stop by tonight. But the night's still young. We've still got like an hour and a half, and the comments are going pretty good. So we have a couple of sponsors in mind. We was talking about Bull Airs. We talked about him the last time. Thomas Bullman. He was on Ink Masters season 9.
Yeah.
Season 9 of Ink Masters. And he designs and creates custom shoes, and he makes limited runs, and these are high-end shoes. Like they're epic. I don't know how else to say it.
They really are.
If you follow me on Instagram, you see me sharing their stuff all the time, and
me.
There's Donnie DeChico.
Hey,
he's in the house. We was just talking about you, Donnie.
That is so cool.
We look forward to our live nights just so we can say Donnie DeChico.
Yes.
And we miss him when he don't come. We talk about it. It's like, wonder where Donnie was tonight. So just know that we think about you, Donnie.
Jeremy's laughing.
Yeah. And my son's in the chat too. Jaybird there. Jalen, that's my oldest son. He's in the chat hanging out. Of course, he was the one to tell me that he thought the ad was cool, but it was a little too long. Well, you see, even you're not safe from even family critiques around here.
No.
Ain't that right?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think of the new backdrop? You guys ready for the new, he says, I'm always somewhere. Everybody's got to be somewhere. What do you guys think of the new backdrop? Is you guys wanting us to give you a shelf tour in an upcoming video? I've been flirting with the idea, just wasn't sure how to do it. Me and Miss Cat have an unboxing And we could probably do the unboxing and mix it with the shelf tour video.
Yeah.
If you guys were interested, we
Yeah.
can definitely give you guys a shelf tour. He says Coneheads. That's right. We love Miss Cat loves Coneheads, and I love Coneheads. And
oh yeah, we knew what it was from.
yeah, I knew it immediately. It was like the first time Donnie ever jumped in on one of our lives. Like, that's Donnie the Chico from Coneheads. So.
I have him.
You have a Beldar.
Yeah, I have Beldar.
Yeah, she picked up a Beldar action figure from our buddies over there at Mojo Casher. They just made it a gift for her. He's going to sit back here on our 90s shelf here at some point once we do some reorganizing. We need that shelf tour for sure. Okay, we're going to get to that then. I've been flirting with the idea. It's like, yeah. I just wasn't exactly sure how to do it. We want to do it Vanna White style with Miss Cat just showing off each section and talking about it. How do we want to do this?
I think we should have you do the Vanna White.
Why, you don't know as much of this stuff as I do?
No, a lot of it's yours, babe. Most of it.
We'll get you guys that shelf tour.
I like to open things.
See, that's the difference between me and her. It's like we redone our other corner over here. We'll show you guys. We'll reveal that next week. We've redone this other corner where we used to sit, and we've opened up a little wall space, and we're gonna move our TV in the hopes that we can get 2 more of these shelves over here on the other wall. And of course, Miss Cat's gonna just have herself her own full Billy bookcase, and she's got her stuff sprinkled in throughout here. She's got her New Kids on the Block stuff. She's got her Nintendo watch. She's got her little Dick Tracy shelf right down here. So don't let her... She's got her Jessie action figure. She's got some Ghostbuster stuff. So don't let her fool you. Like, she don't have anything out here. She's got her Tiny Toon Terrors over here that we just got her at the... And she's already got them on the shelf, so...
I love those things. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you got your April O'Neil right back here front and center. You got a lot more stuff on the shelves than I realized, woman. Yeah, don't let her fool you. She's taking up residency on my shelves too. What else we got in here? Okay, you guys got. Well, we don't need the comments, do we? We're keeping it going just fine. We're glad y'all are here at least watching this. But
yeah, we're just hanging out talking.
We haven't been live in a while. We had to work on our dynamics live again.
Well, we're just used to talking to each other, not having an audience.
Well, we got 21 people in here tonight.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing tonight?
What's Monday night? You know, how'd you guys survive the work day today? Was it a work day for everybody? Mine was a run 4 miles day, then play video games.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. I've been playing Shredder's Revenge. I beat it all the way through on the Switch to unlock Casey Jones, and now I'm beating it all the way through again with Casey Jones, unlocking the other stuff along the way, and then of course me and Miss Cat will beat it all the way with Casey and April.
Why don't you tell them about when you had to watch the credits and not touch the remote?
Yeah. See, you have to, at the end of it, to beat it all the way through, you gotta let the credits roll all the way through, and they were the longest credits I've ever seen in my life. There was more credits for this video game than there was for any movie I've ever saw.
Literally, like every single voice actor.
It took forever for all those credits, and you can't touch it. You have to let everything roll for Casey to be unlocked. And from what I understood online, so I just brutal credit sequence.
It was insane.
Yeah, at least it didn't say congratulations or something at the end like the Ghostbusters game did on the NES. But yeah. Where's everybody in the comments tonight? Make sure you guys are smashing that like button there.
Do you have the comments shut off?
I do not have the comments shut off. People are hitting the like button. I just think that Oh, he said Nicky Corp said I just bought Shredder's Revenge, still on the Cowabunga collection. Just paid a pretty penny for Mutants in Manhattan too. Mutants in Manhattan. I haven't heard of that one. I have to check into that. Right now I'm excited about RoboCop Rogue City or whatever it's called for the PlayStation 5, but I haven't got my PlayStation 5 yet either, so you have to look into that Mutants in Manhattan too. I already played the Cowabunga collection. I don't know, for some reason it didn't play the same for me as it did on Super Nintendo. I don't know. I'll have to go back and try it one more time.
I can't really say anything because I didn't play it like back then. But you were really good at it.
Yeah, and I mean,
you struggled a little bit. They took forever to give you the pizza.
Same still on the PS4 too. Checking that. got any Power Rangers on the shelf. We don't have a lot of Power Ranger stuff, unfortunately. I used to. I had a Green Ranger in the package. If you go back and watch that original Froggy video, Froggy bought that action figure from me, and literally a week or so later, dude died. Or he killed himself. But, no, I don't think we have anything Power Rangers on the shelf anymore.
No.
We cleared out anything Power Rangers we had. It's weird because I was really nostalgic for it when for a while, and I was really into it when I was a kid. I mean,
Oh yeah.
all the way up until
the original.
Yeah, and once they went to like the Dino Force and that,
Yeah,
and
the
then
space.
I didn't go past that point, but when it got up to like the White Ranger and the White Dragon Zord and all that,
Yeah.
But as an adult, I think it was streaming on a streaming service at one time here, not about a year or so ago, and we sat back and tried to watch it again as adults, and we've noticed that sometimes things play well again, and sometimes they don't.
Like All Real Monsters.
Yeah, we went back to sit and watch All Real Monsters, and I loved that show as a kid, and we can't get through it. We've tried. Yeah. I've tried it a few times, but we can sit and watch Ed, and Eddie over and over again, or we can watch Rocko's Modern Life, Dexter's Lab, Doug. And then we went.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold, yeah, we get through that one too, and the Rugrats.
Oh yeah, of course.
Some things just don't play as well on the rewind, I guess. And Power Rangers was one of those things for us. It just it didn't go. You guys ever come across any vintage Labyrinth merch? Not sure they made too much.
That's mine.
She would keep it anyway. Yeah. She's a big Labyrinth fan, big David Bowie fan. Yeah, she likes that movie. I don't. There's a few things that me and her don't agree on. Like there's some movies she don't like, and there's some movies of hers I don't like. So it's like.
I love that movie.
Yeah. What's one of my movies that you don't like? I could probably name one. I know she didn't care for basketball. If you ever seen Basketball, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, the guys who created South Park, that movie is funny.
It wasn't my favorite, but South Park wasn't my favorite.
All right, we got Rafa Madrigal. What's up, man? How you doing? Rafa. Did I say that right? Madrigal? What else? Is there any other movies of mine you don't like?
Not really.
He said, "Hell yeah, basketball kills." Yeah, and I love South Park. Yeah, well, South Park to me had its reign. My parents were cool enough to let me watch South Park when it was come out. And, here was kids in 5th grade, 6th grade watching South Park. But it's like The Simpsons to me, that it's run past the point where I don't want to watch it no further.
I don't know, when the Simpson movie came out, I was like...
Well, that rejuvenated a lot of people into it, but...
Yeah.
It's gone on for too long. The only series that ever really kept me for a long period of time, Family Guy did, The Office did. There's not too many. Once it goes past a certain point, like you get to 12 and 13 seasons, I don't want to mess with you no further. I don't think you can tell me any more stories. Like even The Walking Dead got boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this here. Anything with those two idiots said with love is pretty good. Oh yeah.
Oh, Dark Crystal. That's the one with the puppets, right?
Dark Crystal, or the one with the puppet. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Dark Crystal. Yep. Yeah. All right, and Rafa says that's how I said. I got his name right. That's good. Matt and Trey just bought Casa Bonita there. Actually, I've been seeing them a lot on the Ben Shapiro show. They've been South Park has been touching on a lot of political and social stuff here lately. So, it's nice to see that they're still relevant. But we don't watch it no more. I don't watch it anymore.
No.
But the reality is like we don't have a lot of time to take in a lot of stuff anyway. There's a lot of new shows out there that between watching YouTube videos, between making YouTube videos, between listing and selling stuff, her career, hunting, thrifting, there's barely enough time to play video games, let alone watch series. What we typically would do, we'll find a series we like, and the next hour and a half before bed, we try to get 3-4 episodes in of whatever we're watching, and then go to bed. And we do that. We're
watching Ink Master.
We're doing Ink Master right now, strictly because we went back to watch season 9 with the guy who does Bull Airs. Because if I'm representing a guy, I at least want to see how he did on Ink Master.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, because we watched that show a lot.
Yeah. So. He says Dark Crystal was awesome too. See, I'm not a Dark Crystal fan, but I am a big fan of Jim Henson and Jim Henson's puppets. He was revolutionary. So, and that movie was just one of them. But I like his work on the Turtles movies. Of course. Eric Bolt's in here. What's up?
Yes. Which one? Because there was Willy's Wonderland, and then there was the new one with.
Well, Willy's Wonderland is its own thing. It was loosely based on Five Nights at Freddy, but they're talking about the Five Nights at Freddy.
Okay. Well, yes, I liked it, but
Matthew Lillard was too good at his show. Yeah. He was too good at his. Kat loves Matthew Lillard.
I do.
She said he was too good in the role.
I didn't like it.
Geek Strong's in here. How you doing, Geek Strong? This one we picked up from Burf's channel, 80s Toys Rock. Make sure you go check out Burf. He has some good stuff. Let's see here. The gaming.
The Office is awesome.
We did watch The Office. I convinced her to watch The Office, and we was 5 episodes in. And I wasn't sure I had her sold on it yet.
No.
Once you got to about the 8th episode, the last 2 episodes of the first season, I think I had her convinced, okay, we can go on with this. And I'm glad we did, but
yeah,
boy, it was rough getting through those first few episodes, because we went back and watched older TV shows. We went back and watched News Radio. We went back and watched all the Honeymooners.
Yeah.
So it's got to be something that Rules of Engagement.
Yeah.
And she ended up loving that too, Rules of Engagement. But yeah, he was good in 13 Ghosts and Hackers. Oh,
see,
I love him.
He loves him in 13 Ghosts. I don't.
But she likes him in Without a Paddle. She likes him in Scream, and she likes him in this little gym that I turned her on to called SLC Punk. That's a great movie. It's not a well-known Matthew Lillard movie, but he plays a great role in it.
Yes, wonderful movie.
Yeah. Shameless is awesome. I've never seen Shameless, so. I know my share of Matthew Lillard movies, but
I don't think Shameless is a Matthew Lillard movie.
I'm not sure, or is that a TV show that?
I think it's just
okay. He's The Sopranos and Breaking Bad and The Wire. I've never seen any of those.
We've heard of them.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Is that the drug one?
That's where he's making. That the teacher's making
meth.
In the camper, and I have family that live that life, so I didn't need to see it. He says, Nicky Corp says SLC Punk was great. Oh yeah, it was a great movie. But the thing was, they did a sequel. Did you know that SLC Punk had a sequel called Punk is Dead and has Machine Gun Kelly in it? And they brought back Heroin Bob, not Matthew Lillard, and it's terrible. Make sure you guys. I just want you guys to know that it's terrible. It's a skid mark on the SLC Punk net brand, and it's like, to me that's an underground classic movie. You got to be in the know to know about that.
I like him in Shaggy too, though.
He played a good. He played a good Shaggy. I'll give him. There was nobody else I could see in that role.
No.
He did very well. So.
He did.
He says, yeah, it wasn't the best sequel. Yeah, it wasn't good.
No.
So, you guys got to watch Shameless. We'll have to check into Shameless. I'm not sure what that is, but is it like TV show?
No. Has anybody seen OA? Anybody in the comments, if you've seen OA, let me know.
That's what she's trying to sell me on to watch next.
It's really, really good. It's deep, but it's really good.
I got to settle on something because she's had me watching Lifetime movies the last couple of days, and that's not working. There was a couple of them that were okay, but...
Whatever, don't be a hater.
I have this thing with Lifetime movies. I didn't like them when Mom watched them. I still don't like them now. I don't like soap operas. She tried to get me to watch The OC, and to me, it's like, this is a teenage friggin' soap opera with adults in it. This is... yeah.
You said people in prison watched their soaps.
Yeah, the Bold and the Beautiful, and the Young and the Reckless and stuff like that. Then you add these goofy ass teens on top of it who really don't have those kind of problems. Most of them don't have those kind of problems in real life, so it's not even relatable. And I don't want to see how...
They're not all the same. They have some...
They're all... See? That's right.
They have some differences.
Especially the Christmas ones. Oh, yeah.
Those are Hallmark.
I've seen a million Lifetime
Y'all-
Christmas movies and can't figure out which. I couldn't tell you the name of any one of them. They're all the same.
Y'all are confused.
I'll Be Home for Christmas. They're all named I'll Be Home for Christmas.
No, you're talking. You were talking about Hallmark.
Okay.
Not Lifetime. Lifetime is real and drama and crime, usually.
I need me some cussing in movies. I can deal without it. Don't even matter to me, but they're just boring.
Hallmark, yes. The Christmas movies, I agree.
They always fall in love with the brother.
What? No,
She always falls in love with the brother.
I have no idea what the hell they're...
I've been watching Creepshow on Shudder. I'm on season 3 and it's kind of bad. I started season 1 and 2. Hopefully 4 is good. Didn't we try to watch? Did we try to watch the new Creepshow?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not sure if we had or not.
We watched Twisted.
No, there was a different one. We watched Twisted Metal. What was that? No, it was Home. What was that? The Real Horror Stories Wes Craven one did here not too long ago. It was on. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Wes Craven or one of them horror directors did some TV show depicting real life incidents, but it wasn't too bad, but we didn't keep us.
No, it didn't keep us.
It's like, and we don't care for anything past Creepshow 2. In all honesty, they did Creepshow 3, Creepshow 4, and they never live up. And they've tried to reboot Tales from the Crypt over the years. They've tried to reboot Tales from the Dark Side. None of that stuff ever lives up to the old ones.
Rebooted.
Yeah.
I like.
Did you?
Jack Black.
Yeah.
I mean,
He played a better Koopa or a Bowser than.
Peaches. I love that movie. We've seen it so many times because Stryker.
Yeah. It's still not better than the 1993 movie.
No. And I don't think that they were going for that. I think that they were going for something fun and new and was not trying to compete with.
There wasn't enough to compete with. That's
what I'm saying.
Considered to be universally bad, but.
Well, we liked it.
I love it.
Yeah.
We love it long time.
Yeah. Well, look at his...
My stompers up there. I mean, if you guys have been watching my channel any length of time, you guys had to have seen these. Look at these. These are the guy I had make these. He made these. I found a prop maker on Facebook, and I posted an in search of ad. I wanted somebody's like ISO in search of if anybody could make these. And this dude's the only dude that hits me up. He's like, dude, I think I can make these for you. I'm only gonna charge you this much because this is more of a personal project to see if I can do it, rather than doing you a favor.
Well, yeah, because he said he didn't even know.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, we can do that. And yeah, so these are definitely one of my favorite things. You can tell how much I love the movie. I had to go out and get these made. I thought they were the coolest shoes when I was a kid. I've worn these things out in public. I've gotten some looks.
Yeah, but be honest about it.
What?
They're not comfortable.
They're not bad. They're just clunky.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because they are awesome.
Because he had to use a size 12 boot to get the effect, and I wear a size 10.5. So immediately these things are not only are they too big, but then they're clunky on top of it. You know, but yeah,
it's very unique. I love them.
But they're squeen. They're actually better than screen quality. Screen quality. They're better than screen quality, as a matter of fact, because he actually sent me pictures of stills of the ones that the actors actually had worn, and them things were janky. And then as you watch them throughout the video, when they're running in them and stuff, they're actually, the video is set way back so you can't see the detail on those boots. The only time you actually see the details when they're sitting on the shelf. And he used those to make the replicas.
Oh, in the store window?
Yep.
Yeah.
So he made them exactly like the ones that were screen ready, but they're functional like the ones that were screen worn. If that makes sense. You look bored as shit when I was explaining that.
No, I like them. I just, I couldn't wear them.
Okay. Skylar says, you got you guys on TV while cleaning. Last question, how about you guys find yard sales? Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. What do you want to do? You want to give up trade secret? Ms. Cat calls every community around us that we want to go to or we feel is worth the drive. She calls every one of those communities, town halls or whatever, and she finds out when their town-wide rummage sales are.
Yep. And then we go. Well, we case, and then we go.
You know, and then We use Yard Sale Treasure Map. I have lots of well, I don't have lots of friends, but I got like my Aunt Crystal, my Aunt Faith, and my buddy Tyler, who are on Facebook when I'm not, because I'm not on Facebook, and she's on Facebook. So if they see a post 9 times out of 10, they'll send me a screenshot like, hey, there's rummage sales here, here, and here. But yeah, mostly it's just find out when the town wides are and just hit up town wides.
Yeah.
Eric Bolt says, I like the Goosebump movies. The new show on Disney Plus was trash. We don't watch Disney anymore. We let Disney Plus go. There's too much stuff going on Disney. And Nicholas Goltra, he follows us. I hear from Nicholas every. He's got something coming up in the Tulsa comic show. You remember? No. He's talked about it on here before. You have to remind him what it is. The Tulsa comic show. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Anyway, so it's up to you.
What's up to me?
To keep it going.
Well, Disney Plus. The new Goose ones. What do you want to talk about?
I don't. Were you just gonna dump it back on me? I done talked about them stopper for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, but the stopper.
Tulsa Nostalgia Swap and the Tulsa Comic Book Swap. That's it. So if you're in or around the Tulsa area, you make sure you check into that. Tulsa Nostalgia Swap and the Tulsa Comic Book Swap. Nicholas Goltra and the comic books there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't get that. We don't get that direction, but we'll definitely promote it for one of our viewers. So.
Oh yeah, especially the ones close to that area.
Yeah. You're gonna find something cool there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the toy show in Fort Wayne that we went to.
We found cool stuff at the toy show in Fort Wayne. Yeah.
And I did not expect it. So.
That's a good question, Eric Bolt. No, we don't. April 28th is the Tulsa Nostalgia Swap, and the Tulsa Comic Book Swap is June 16th. There you go. Do we collect Funko Pops? We have a few Funko Pops but they only relate to things that we're into. Like we went to the Comic-Con in Indianapolis last year, and we was dressed as Casey Jones in April, so we made it our goal to find a Casey Jones in April Pop.
Yeah.
Which we did.
And then I have Gizmo.
She has Gizmo. We got a Gizmo one that I bought at a flea market in Muncie where he's wearing little 3D glasses. She had to keep that for whatever reason. You've got a couple Jack Skellington ones?
No, I have Jack and Sally.
She has Jack and Sally, and
that's about it.
That's it. Yeah, we don't have much in the Funko Pop department. We've sold quite a few.
Striker has Muncher.
Striker has Muncher, but he opened Muncher, so... How do you like the wrestling loot? Wrestling loot? What wrestling loot are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Nick. The wrestling loot. Or is it something that you sent me? Oh, I think he sent me some pictures. Yeah, he sent me some pictures. Oh yeah, that was some good finds, especially we even found at Goodwill. I get messages from like El Tenda, and I get messages from Nicholas and these guys, Perrysburg Pickers. A lot of these guys send me pictures of stuff they find, and sorry if I can't remember everything because I see so much stuff coming in throughout the days. Let's see here. Yeah, but for finding that at a Goodwill, yeah, you can't beat that. No, wrestling shirts are few and far between anyway.
Yeah.
We just happened to pick up a bunch of them because of Josh and Whitley over at Mojo Cashers. They sent quite a few of them over my way in this trade, but it was mostly to help us out because they knew we were doing just a flex video. It's like, I'm going to have to take some of your wrestling shirts so I can flex with them. Let's see here. We got, I always find my finds at Goodwill and ARC, but man, the prices are stupid high sometimes. Seems like the people in the back always doing comps so they can make a buck on anything.
They do. They actually have people.
Well, here's the thing: is they opened up a new Goodwill over down the road from us in Winchester, and I got in there and we found some good stuff. We find stuff every time we go there. Luckily, because they don't know what to look for totally yet. But I talked to the manager about recording. First and foremost, I want to make sure it was okay that I recorded in there. But I was going to use it as an opening. Like, look, man, this is what I do. This is what we look for. If you got any of that come through in the back, I'll promote your store or whatever. And he said, oh, yeah, it sounds like something the guy above me would be really into. So I gave it a week or so, and I went back and to talk to him. He's like, oh, no, well, everything that was on your list, the thing that you look for, corporates told us that we have to pull out to all sell online. So, yeah, you get lucky in Goodwill. We've been lucky a few times, but it's been lucky on things like we found a double-sided NASCAR shirt, because and it was vintage, but you know, I don't think they know about NASCAR shirts yet. We found a 1970s Xerox shirt, which nobody's going to think an old shirt that just says Xerox on the front of it's going to be worth anything.
You found a, oh God, what brand was that you got me that purse? At Goodwill in Newcastle.
Oh, I found her a Gucci purse
Yeah.
at Goodwill in Newcastle. She used that thing.
And that was early on.
In my career, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Well, it's nice to see that some of y'all's Goodwills are still producing, though. Ours do, but we've completely stopped going to, like, the ones in Muncie, which is local to us.
Yeah.
We don't even go to those anymore because
It's a waste.
they don't hit at all. And
No.
then we used to make a trip over to Ohio to Greencastle? What was the name of it? Where we get the Greenville, where we get the maid rights.
Oh yeah.
Greenville. We used to make a trip to Greenville every once in a while to hit the Goodwills over there, but they're not very good. What else? Where else is there? We went Richmond. Richmond's are terrible. The one to Marion ain't the greatest.
Yeah, but Indy, when we went to the Benz.
Yeah, we did all right at the Benz in Indy.
But that's Goodwill Benz. That's
Right.
totally different.
That's something we want to try again here soon. We'd like to go to the Benz again, but a friend of ours, SSK Promo, he had said he had some new Benz open up his direction, and over towards Cincinnati or whatever. And
yeah, that would have been fun.
yeah, well, we still have that. Miss Cat's running off to the bathroom, so you guys just got me. What other channels do you guys enjoy watching?
A lot.
Well, Cat can think about hers while she's using the bathroom, but Goodwill auction bins is what I did years ago. Bins are great, but filled with really young, terrible resellers. Like I said, we went there once several years back, and I did all right. I hit a Patagonia backpack, which was enough to pay for everything that we bought, but it wasn't a pleasant experience. But I don't know, it was so weird to me because, you know, you had to stand on the wall and people were rude and aggressive, and so I'm a little bit more prepared to go back into that situation now. Now I know what to expect. But let's see here. What other channels do we enjoy watching? I like Retro Rick's main channel. I like Retro Rick's second channel, his Retro Rick's Game Point channel. I watch the Gulf Coast Pickers. I watch the Florida Pickers. Ready Set Resale. John, the Cincinnati Picker. I watch Mojo Caster's videos, of course. Vintage Sports Flips, Keith. I watch SSK Promo's podcast and his Ken versus 10. I got a lot of them I got on the list that I watch, but those are the ones I pay most attention to. Then the other ones kind of like, a lot of them is like they're playing when I'm listing or playing when I'm washing dishes or doing whatever I'm doing. So those are the ones I really pay most attention to. And Burf, of course, 80s Toys Rock. I watch every one of his videos from beginning to end. So y'all know what's funny is the nicer neighborhoods don't have as great as finds as the hood ones do. Yeah, we don't do the greatest in nice neighborhoods. We gauge that a lot. But the thing is now what we have discovered in the nicer neighborhoods, you can find Switch games and you can find PlayStation 4 games and stuff of that nature. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But yeah, you always find the coolest stuff at the jankest places.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, you're like, oh okay. And like what did I call them when I did door-to-door sales? Like the Joneses, like just the middle class. You can find some good stuff at those too.
Yeah, who's your favorite NBA player of all time? Mine's T-Mac. T-Mac was great. I love T-Mac. He was a beast. But my favorite player of all time was Penny Hardaway. You know, definitely. Then behind him was Allen Iverson. Though I think they're the greatest players of all time, no, but those are my favorites. Nicholas Coulter says your Toxic Avenger stuff is selling really good right now. Yeah, there's been a tremendous jump in that in the community.
Which is good.
Well, yeah, but I about believe that Froggy's got a big portion to do with that. He's been finding a lot of that recently and bringing it to a lot more people's attention. Of course, we don't have the stretch or the reach that he has. Otherwise, we'd be bringing that to people's attention.
Well, yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, we went and seen Lloyd, so obviously we were trying to bring it to.
Yeah.
But we
But
don't have the money.
the toys, you know, I had some of the toys when I was a kid. I had Toxie, and he ended up in my damn case that I sold to Froggy with my half-court giraffe and my other Ninja Turtles. I sold it to Froggy, and I didn't realize a couple of my action figures were still in there I wanted to keep. So my original Toxic Avenger went with Froggy, and I had all of his accessories and everything. So that's as far as it goes as a line. I wouldn't mind having some if I found it out in the wild, but there's only one on the list, and I just want Toxie in the friggin' package, and I already know it's gonna cost me $250. I'll never find it in the wild, so it's gonna be on the purchase list at some point. Let's see here. Anthony Hardaway, yeah, Penny Hardaway. My cousin had the T-Max shoes. I was a big fan of T-Max shoes. Visiting Froggy anytime soon. Froggy's busy. Froggy stays pretty busy, so we bump into him where we can. We bump into him at the flea market in Muncie. We see him there pretty regularly. We bumped into him at this one here in Indianapolis. So I don't foresee a future visit to his studio or anything like that. But we cross paths pretty regularly, and I make sure I let people know in the title that we bumped into him.
But his family is very personal, and we respect that.
Yep.
So.
James Stalker says, how long does it take for YouTube to allow viewers to support channels like yours with super chat donations during live streaming? Also, do you have a P.O. box for people to send you stuff? We have to get on that. We were supposed to have set the P.O. box up last year, and we never did it. We were supposed to set it up this year, and we haven't done it yet. We've had a few people. It's not like we don't want people sending us stuff. We'd love for people to send us stuff. We just never get up here to the post office to open up a post office box. So I guess we need to get that done.
We do. We have an email. We set that up.
Yeah, I mean, so if you anybody out here are content creators or collaborators of any kind, you go to my description. We have an email there that's strictly for people who may want to offer a private pick or people who might want to collaborate with us. If you guys are content creators. But other than that, we'll get a post office box soon. We got to go to the post office tomorrow, me and Kat do, to ship out this that mask to Scotland. Yeah. So we'll look into it tomorrow because you're not the first person who's asked us that, and we need to do that. But it's never been the most important thing on our list. You guys give us your time, and that's invaluable. So.
Oh yeah, because we know,
right.
Especially having our own lives like you guys do.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so let's see here. Actually won a penny jersey by twisting a Sprite when I worked at Domino's years ago. The NES game for Toxic Avenger is dope. Oh yeah, I need to get that. That's what I need to do. I need to get the Toxic Avenger NES game in the box and get it autographed by Lloyd. Next time we go see Lloyd, that'd be good. Yeah, put it up in there with the poster book that we got autographed.
Yeah, the VHS.
We just hung up our shadow box, and it's in an upcoming video. I'm getting close to dropping it soon. I found a piece of Toxic Avenger merchandise out on the US 40 sales with me and my buddy Tyler, and we took it and got it autographed. So we got it up here in a shadow box. And Miss Kat's got her VHS of Return of Nukem High autographed in that shadow box. So I think I'll get that Toxic Avengers game and stick it up there in that shadow box, get it autographed by Lloyd. Because I'm sure we'll meet Lloyd at least one more time. Our plan is to go to Tromathon at the Mahoning again this upcoming year, I'm hoping. If not, at least we need to get to...
And get another cheesesteak.
God, all she cares about that cheesesteak, man.
They're so good.
But yeah, I got a couple Penny Hardaway jerseys in there. Since we're back on that Penny Hardaway jersey.
You do.
I never won a jersey on that Sprite contest was so cool though. But I never did win a jersey. Didn't know anybody who actually did. So kudos to you for actually winning one. Plenty of friggin' Sprite points, but get a free soda every now and again. Remember you twist off the cap, you look underneath it.
I was a Pepsi. So the chairs, the towels, the jacket.
I want to try a cheesesteak. Hey, it's definitely worth. Jalen says he wants to try a cheesesteak. We'll bring you back one. They're only better. They're better hot, I guess. And then we may have to make an arrangement for you to come along. 13 people. We got us here for about another hour. We're gonna jump off here about 8 o'clock. So McFarlane should put something out soon for the Toxic Avengers. I don't even think McFarlane. I think McFarlane would do it better than NECA. NECA seems to have cornered the market on these action figures. NECA, Reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think McFarlane would do a Toxic Avenger one justice. Have you guys seen seen about the Toxic Avenger reimagining that they've done, where Peter Dinklage plays the Toxic Crusader? Lloyd was telling us about that in when we was at the Mahoning. And you look into that if you're Toxic Avenger fans, as they call it a reimagining. I can only imagine what it's going to be like with Peter Dinklage. You know who he is?
Yeah, the short guy.
Yeah, the
right?
short guy. Yeah.
Leprechaun?
Did he play Leprechaun?
I thought he did.
No, he was a short guy. He played on like X-Men First Class.
Who played Leprechaun?
Warwick Davis. I was like, you would ask me right then. You about caught me. I like, now wait a minute. He played Wicket the Ewok too. Warwick Davis.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then speaking of small people, I'll show off a small people. I got the autographed Howard the Duck Ed Gale card. I'll set that back over there. What we got going on in the comments? I think we're boring them out tonight. It's a Monday night. I didn't expect too much anyway, because everybody done tired from their work day and
Maybe a long weekend.
maybe a long weekend.
We had a long
that
weekend.
led into a work day. That's even worse. So let's see here.
We seen some Mel Brooks movies that you turned me on to that were pretty good.
Mel Brooks movies.
What was it that we watched that you said your dad watched? The History of or whatever?
Oh, the history of the world.
That
Yeah,
was good.
yeah. He said that's if he has it. Pepsi points were cool. Got wallets. His folks smoked. His folks smoked lots of Camels, so got a lot of Camel dollars too. McFarlane should make some Willow stuff. I've seen some Willow action figures here recently on Burf's channel. I think it was.
Yes.
Yes, I think Burf had found some Willow. So they're doing that. You can find them at Ross or wherever the store is. I think we don't even have Ross around here. We have like a
No.
TJ Maxx or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing. But yeah, so I've seen Willow figures, but I don't know who's making them right now. Actually, what shocked me I seen on Burf's channel was the Princess Bride figures. You know, Inigo Montoya and Andre the Giant, of course. And I was like, man, that's a whole nother thing I might even have to look into. I'd like to at least have that Andre the Giant one, because it's not only just for that movie. It crosses a lot of different
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
genres for me.
Wrestling, yeah.
As I don't necessarily want to dedicate a whole shelf to unopened, Princess Bride toys, but I sure would donate a portion of my wrestling shelf to put Andre the Giant down there in that package.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Whoa! I just threw my tablet at Cat. Nice catch, dear.
Did you see that?
I saw it, brother. And then the person dipped out on top of it right as I threw the tablet. It's okay. We got 11 diehards who stayed in here with us, which is actually 9 diehards because 2 of them are us.
Hey.
Hey! By hanging out tonight.
Monday. Muffin Monday.
That's what Muffin Monday called. What'd you do today? You made muffins with Stryker today. Taught him how to make muffins.
Yeah, because we're trying to learn the days of the week.
So I suggested to her, like, well, you just come up with a certain activity each day of the week and do that same activity every day of the week, every week, and he'll remember what comes on that day and what he does on that day. So,
yeah. Brilliant.
so it's a good way to get some free time. Maybe get some what she calls it, crite time.
Yes.
Some time with. That's what we nickname our son, the Crite. You know, if you guys watch Critters, that's. You know, the little critters, that's what they were called, Krites. And,
We used to say.
we've come for the Crite.
Yeah.
I've come for the Crite. So, Billy Madison. We love Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I actually just
Stop
watched...
looking at me, Schwan.
No, listen. I watched a Lifetime movie with, what's her name? The teacher. The one that he has the hots for.
Veronica Vaughn.
Yes.
Oh, Veronica Vaughn.
Yeah, she was the cheerleader on that movie.
I can't remember what her name is now, but she's my Sonya Blade. I mean, if you watch the original,
Sonya Blade.
Yep, Sonya Blade from the original Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yep. My mom's in the chat. Make sure everybody says hi to her. Roxana Hartley, she's still there. She's in the chat. Every time I see muffins, I think of Seinfeld and the Muffin episode. I'm not familiar with that. Are you?
No,
We didn't watch Seinfeld.
not big Seinfeld fan.
There
No,
was-
I was a Friends fan.
Yeah, see, I didn't do Friends either. You know, that was.
Hater.
I guess it is what it is.
It had Jennifer Aniston.
I don't
in it.
care.
How did you?
Well, I could name you the whole cast: Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow. Who's that other broad? Courtney Cox. That was it. What?
Who's the other broad? Broad.
Courtney Cox. Yeah, so we're not familiar with that. There was something I was considering.
Hi, Nikki.
I think you're saying hi to mom.
Oh.
Everybody Loves Raymond. Now, I did happen to manage to catch some episodes of that. Some guys watched that in prison, and I think that I don't think Ray is so funny, but the guy who plays his brother, the big guy, he's hilarious. So I might have to go back and watch that. Yeah, how would you feel about Everybody Loves Raymond? Since nobody talked about the OA, it must be non-existent because you brought it up and nobody even responds. Nobody's seen it. Nobody wants to see it.
I think you should want to see it because I want to see it.
Oh, there it is. I'm screwed now. I gotta watch it. I survived the Glee Light Zone. She made me watch Glee, the whole thing, and it was bad. It was bad.
It is what it is. I have my flaws too.
Eric Bolt says Trick or Treat Studios is making some really Goosebump figures that are monsters from the original book covers. They come out this summer. I'm a big Goosebump fan and R.L. Stein fan. We are too. Oh, yeah. But the thing is like I stay on the lookout for Goosebump books, and I got a little stash of them, but nowhere near what I'd like to have. I'd like to have a whole shelf of Goosebumps. And the thing is I used to have a bunch of them as a kid, and I can remember my mom selling them at a yard sale. But now it's like you don't even see them no more. You talk about some of the rarest things I found this year, and we don't find no Goosebump books, which you wouldn't think would be that big of a deal. Didn't see the first one?
No, but I mean, like library sells, they have them.
It could be. We have to check out a book sale or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The figures look awesome. I'd like to see like the haunted mask figure would be really cool, or the
dummy,
or the Slappy, or the monster from Welcome to Horrorland would be a good. The monster that's holding on to the sign.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the horrors from Horrorland. Yeah, there's several that have been really good. Okay,
the camera.
What the scallop? Flint Knock says what the scallop. What's that, dear?
Flint Knock. It's like Flintlock off of
yeah,
Cloudy with a Chance of Evil.
Flint Knock. It says what the scallop. I'm not sure what that means, but
yeah, what's what the scallop?
Beats me. So what's the new movies anybody watch? You guys, anybody found a new movie to watch? Anything good to tell us about? We hadn't had time to watch any horror movies here lately.
We still haven't seen the Thanksgiving one.
Yeah, we want to see that Thanksgiving one. But really right now it's you can't even rent it. You have to buy it, and it's like $20.
It is. I'm not
paying $20 to watch it. I've heard it's really good, and I've heard that like John Carver is going to be like the start of a new slasher, deal, but I'm not paying $20 to watch your movie.
No.
We watched Dark Harvest. It was decent. That was the last new Halloween movie we watched, and yeah, you got a grand. You like it.
I would watch it again. Like, I recommend that to everybody. I'm telling you, I'm not like, oh, let's watch these new horror movies. Unless, like, what was it? Scream. Until they did what they did on the last one.
Well, they killed Dewey.
Spoiler. Sorry, guys.
Everybody's seen it. They killed him to a degree that was beyond brutal.
It was overkill. It was, like, ridiculously rude.
Mm. But Scream kind of died in the water anyway, and then now Jenna Ortega officially has killed it because the storyline that they were going to was circled her, and she then told him like, look, I'm rolling with Wednesday. So
honestly, that's smart though because I cannot wait till the second season. I'm super excited.
Want to see Iron Claw? Just watch Little Doc on Vice TV. That's the whole story. About the whole story, pretty tragic. Oh yeah, we was watching Dark Side of the Ring, and about the Von Erichs, the boys who kill each other, and the one who got
they didn't kill each other.
Well, I mean, they killed themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I meant. The one had that shoulder surgery in Israel, come back, got an infection, wasn't ever same, and ended up killing himself.
Mike, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of them. And then Von Erich boys. So yeah, we do want to watch that. We watched that Dark Side of the Ring and Dark Side of the Ring Confidential.
We tried to watch Dark Side of the Ring After
Dark. But yeah, that was kind of boring.
It was during the 2020 era, so nobody could meet up.
Yeah, it was all Skype and live stream. Mm-hmm. So Dark Side of the Ring is good. Yeah, there's some good episodes in there.
Yeah, almost all of them.
Oh, well, I don't know. Like that one on New Jack, I didn't. New Jack was a douchebag.
I was fascinated by it, though, because the extremes he went to. Could I watch it? No, it was sickening. It was, as a nurse, I'm sitting there like, oh my god, how?
The way he threw Vic
Why?
Grimes off that friggin' rafter, man.
Yeah, and then he no remorse. He was like, oh,
I was trying to kill that dude if he was gonna hit.
Kill him.
I wanted him to hit the concrete.
I actually missed. He hit the rope and it saved his life. I'm like, good.
Pablo Esco says, any particular collection or set you trying to collect at the moment? Well, not really. I'm trying to add to my Super Nintendo stuff. That's always a given. She's discussed because we know that there are Conehead figures, and we know that you can get them in the package relatively cheaply. You don't ever find them loose. That's the thing. So I'm gonna have to actually probably buy them for her in the package,
Beldar was loose.
just so she could open them, because you know that's what you're gonna do if I get she. Yeah. So we definitely want to find some Coneheads figures. That's want to find some. Horror VHS. That's another thing. It's like
and horror figures.
Yeah, we ain't finding a lot of. We're not finding as much horror.
I want to find Baby
from
House of Thousand Corpses. From Hell.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what kind of. I'm not sure if they got action figures for those lines or nothing yet. You know, they might
need to just get a hold of Sherry and
tell them they need to make.
Like, look,
you guys need to make action figures.
We've got to have this for our shelf.
Vice has another wrestling docuseries called Tales from the Territories.
Oh.
I have to look into that. What is Vice on? I think Vice is on Hulu, because I think we have Hulu right now, but we're getting rid of it when it merges with Disney.
Yeah.
So the Chris Benoit one is pretty crazy too. We didn't watch the Chris Benoit because I made that decision. I'm like, man, I don't want. What he did was vile. So, and I didn't even want to watch about it. I don't give it. I ain't even giving it my time. So. Yeah.
No.
I like the Brawl for All one. I thought that one was pretty cool, you know. But
that was stupid.
But the amount of careers that got ruined, and
it was sad. I didn't like that one.
Then the people who got screwed along the way.
And what's his name was serious about it. Jim Cornette. He was like, "Look, this is my life," and I'm like, you know what? I like him.
Kat's got a new love for Jim Cornette. She likes Jim Cornette
because he's so passionate.
I like Jim. I never had a problem with Jim Cornette. I think he was a great commentator.
Yeah, and I would like Vince, but Vince was a businessman, and businessmen are evil.
Everybody wanted to see John Latham Bradshaw get knocked out. I wanted to see The Godfather win it. Godfather is like top 3 or 4 of my favorite wrestlers of all time. You got Shawn Michaels, you got Road Dogg Jesse James, you got The Godfather, and you got Tatanka. Those were like my top 4 favorite wrestlers of all time. And yeah, I wanted to see Godfather win it. When he got knocked out, I was disappointed because I was really fully into wrestling at that time. That's when I was watching it. So Godfather, I think, was a boxer. He was a bouncer. He used to bounce in the club. He could fight. He was a bouncer. Yeah. But he said he didn't take the fight as seriously as he should have and got knocked on his ass.
Well, yeah, he even said.
And he blew his leg or his knee out or something, too, when he went down.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. Yeah, bouncer, he says. Yeah, he was a bouncer at a club. But see, I was watching The Godfather way back when he was with the Nation of Domination, and before that when he was Papa Shango. It's like, so.
I remember when you wanted his figure, you were like, oh, there's The Godfather. And...
Yeah. You guys watch Kill Tony podcast. Ric Flair got all in his feelings and stormed off. I Kill Tony podcast. I've never heard of the Kill Tony podcast.
No.
We might have to look into it, but we don't really have time to check out.
I watched Wife Swap with Ric Flair.
She did, yeah.
It was like years ago, though.
I didn't like Ric Flair when I was a kid. I like him now. My dad used to watch Ric Flair some. And
yeah,
I thought he was over the top, and I was like, and back when I was a kid, he was old even then. I was like, God, why is this old ass still hanging around? But now that I see, it's like I've watched him as an adult now, and went back and rewatched a lot of those old matches and shit. He was just truly a showman.
Yeah.
And then you find out his backstory that he was an alcoholic. On top of it, he could leave a wrestling match in a venue and go drink a gallon of vodka and go back and wrestle more. It's like that earns your respect right there. So, but,
yeah, that he didn't vomit.
Well, no. What time we got? We got 7:23. We got another half hour with you guys. And I know, right? Never was a fan of him, but yeah. But you go to.
I like the song.
What? The Ric Flair, like the anthem, I can't remember.
No, like the
Ric Flair drip. She's like that Ric Flair drip. Go
it was
woo.
cool to see him like old and like come back with like a genre from like or like a band from this era?
Well, so it was because they were kids too, and they remember the big flashy robes and stuff he wore, and it was like.
I just thought it was cool. I was more Hulk Hogan, obviously, because California.
Woo!
Oh my god!
If you watch my Retro Rick video, Retro Rick has a pair of Ric Flair's worn shorts. It's in our Retro Rick video where we spent $1,200 at Retro Rick's Game Point. You watch that video, he shows off a pair of actually Ric Flair worn wrestling trunks.
Yeah, like from the locker room.
Yeah,
the
the janitor took him.
He left him.
Yeah,
though,
he said Rick left him on the bench in there. He said he waited a half hour, 30 minutes. He said dude never come back, so he just went and took him. Yeah, so check out my video if you haven't already seen it.
That's a good video, though.
And then at the reseller rally, me and Picking and Punching Rod, we discussed Ric Flair there for a minute, and Bret Hart and a few others. So
you guys discussed a lot, though. You really need to have that like podcast or that.
I've reached out to him about doing like a live, just talking about wrestling. But okay, let's see. How did you guys get a hold of those? What are we talking about here? And then James Stalker says NECA made 1,000 Corpses figures, and another company made a baby figure. So there you go. You can look into NECA for House of 1,000 Corpses figures, and then another company made a baby figure. Yeah. So we can look into. Well, now Kat's got something to look for on her adventures out of one of these horror cons. Would be probably the best chance of finding them.
No.
We're
not warm at all.
The real life perspective show. Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Everybody warm? We're staying warm around here. It's cold in our part.
It's freezing. What was it, like 0?
Oh yeah, it was 0 and negative over the last couple of days. We had to go out and go grocery shopping in it and do a few other things. We did all right though.
Yeah, I mean, we of course kept Stryker bundled up, but. So
the real life perspective show. I just recently got turned on to his channel. He's had that guy we talked about, Thomas Bullman from Bull Airs. He's had him on his channel. And he, just the other day, he had a voice actor on his channel, I think, who voiced somebody from from Masters of the Universe, I believe it was. You have to correct me if I'm wrong there, Real Life Perspective Show. But go and check out the Real Life Perspective Show channel, you know. He's got some pretty good content there. Thanks for stopping in and seeing us tonight.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, it's not. He's connected with Tom from Boyer, so that's how I found his channel. It's like, hey, maybe we can get Tom to come on and do a live with us one of these days too.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
I just want Tom to tattoo me. He was pretty good. That and Josh.
They say I read in some places a few days ago it's colder than it is in Antarctic. I got one question. Where's this global warming? That's my question. Anybody can answer that. Tell me, where's this global warming?
I'm not getting started.
Yeah, tell me where this global warming is. It's friggin' freezing everywhere. We got these, I've yet to see this global warming.
Yeah, manipulating the weather.
Something. Well, we won't get started on the global warming. Well, I just want to know where it was because it's colder than hell outside.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, so we got another half hour. Make sure you guys are getting those questions in. We're just hanging out live. We've passed this time pretty well tonight.
Yeah, Monday.
For a Monday, yeah. Been busy this weekend. Like I said, we had to do that thing in Indianapolis Saturday, and then yesterday we spent the day. Hanging up our stuff on the walls and reorganizing the corner down there. So, just baby steps to get all these big projects done.
We have a lot that we fit in though. So,
yeah.
I mean, really, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And it looks good. I can't wait for it to be done. You're really gonna like it.
The transformation at the end of this living room, just over the last 6 and 8 weeks, has been
massive.
Yeah.
Way massive.
Yeah. Went from our humble little corner with just a few things on the wall to all these shelves and all this other stuff. It's crazy. What we got in the comments here? Eric says, "In not I'm." I'm not sure, but I'm not sure what that meant. But it's probably a typo. In not I'm. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, we got 14 people still hanging out in here with us, and that means there's at least 10 people. That means because I got me, Kat, Mom, and Jalen are all in here, so we still got 10 people hanging out with us.
Yeah,
we got some diehard fans hanging out.
Hanging out on a Monday.
On a Monday night.
What what do you want to talk about? We have a half hour to kill. Let's get all the questions in.
Anything you want to show off from the thing we did in Indianapolis? Miss Cat found herself a few things.
Yes, and I am doing Striker's next birthday in Ghostbuster theme, and if you've seen, well, you probably haven't unless you're like friends with me on Facebook or Instagram, I like to go all out on everything, and so does he. So his Paw Patrol birthday was really big, so now we're doing Ghostbusters, and we saved what, like $50
Or $60. I thought you said it was what we said.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was like half of basically what we would have spent, because Striker's been watching YouTube and he's seen Harrison, this little boy that got all Hasbro Ghostbuster toys. So,
Hasbro sponsored their video and sent him a bunch of free toys.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I guess hold my beer. Mom's got to do this, so we're going to have him a Ghostbuster party, and we saved a lot of money. So that was honestly probably my favorite find. But then really, the Captain Spaulding, knowing that he passed.
Pull it out. They can't see that.
And like...
This is we've each showed off something we found at that flea market in Indianapolis. Miss Cat found this right here. It was part of another deal, another toy she got. She got both of these for a steal, two for one money type of deal. Don't show no. You gotta save it for the video. What are you doing?
Well, I was.
You can't show off everything. We each showed off one thing.
I
This is my
know, but
video.
it was so good. Like if we would have had more, we could have bought more.
All right, so Eric Bolt, I could not see what that comment was above that one where you said I'm not in, not I'm. So, I'm not sure what that said. The Real Life Perspective Show says, "Hey guys, thanks for the plug. Yeah, it was a voice actor who does the Skeletor one-liners Until We Meet Again and lots of other great projects. Yeah." So make sure you check out the Real Life Perspective channel. If you're into the same things that I'm into, check him out. He has pretty good content. I'm sure we can help his channel grow a little bit. Anyway. And Roxanne Hartley says, "Shh, I don't know what that means. You can't quiet me down at all."
He's watching. He's watching.
Okay. And then
Hi, baby.
Rise to the Sky Reacts. He follows me on Instagram. Rise to the Sky Reacts. You have to check out the new Ted series on Peacock. I started it last night and the first episode was dope. I think we should check out Ted.
See,
I'm waiting for Crystal Lake. That's the thing. They just released that they're going to be doing that TV show called Crystal Lake based on Friday the 13th. That's what I'm waiting on. But we keep Peacock on deck. We kept it because we got it because of Twisted Metal. We like Twisted Metal so well. I was like, well, man, if they do another season, we might as well keep this. Well, then, of course, it had The Office on it, and now it's got that Ted on there. Peacock is quickly becoming one of my favorite streaming services.
it really is. We need to make an account. It's free.
Nikki Corp says, "Did he like to blow up Ghostbusters Proton Pack that I found at the thrift store?" Yes, he did. He played with that for a long while until it finally blew a hole in the side of it. So he's got my Kenner Proton Pack from when I was a kid at the indoor marketplace in Indianapolis. I found him one of them Ghostbusters, the Kenner's Ghost traps. It was missing the handle, but he's gonna break it anyway. So we went ahead and bought that and gave it to him.
He's very destructive. So, but he's 4. Gonna be 4.
Yeah, Rise to the Sky Reacts, Nikki Corpse. If you guys are into horror stuff, check out a guy named Jimmy Champagne. Jimmy, Jimmy, and I'm not sure exactly how you spell champagne. He keeps up on everything horror, all the newest horror movies being released, everything. Check that dude out on YouTube. He'll keep you in the loop. All the new, they're selling the rights to Halloween, and there's a new studio that's in the mix trying to buy the rights to Halloween to do another Halloween movie. So, yeah, if you want to keep up on everything horror, check out Jimmy Champagne. He keeps you up to date on everything. Jay Bird says that's where I watch my wrestling on Peacock. The Real Life Perspective Show. Do you have a favorite collectible from your childhood? I had 2 of them, but I don't have them left anymore because one of them ended up with Froggy Flips, and I can't find the other one. It was I had my little it was the Steel Brigade G.I. Joe, the little 5.5-inch figure, whatever they was, and there was mail away figures, and my mom mailed it away and got it for me. I've got the paperwork, I've got the patch and stuff, but I've lost the figure. I don't know where he is. I don't recall selling him, but he might have been in that bunch of stuff that I sold to Froggy Flips. Secondly was my half-court giraffe TMNT figure. That was another thing that I had from when I was a kid. He's like a $250 figure that accidentally got left in this case that I sold to Froggy. So those were my favorite ones from when I was a kid, but I don't have them anymore. I've spent a lot of time trying to find. A big part of what I do was getting stuff that I couldn't get when I was a kid. And what really triggered it was I wanted a P-40 Warhawk. It was a G.I. Joe toy that they made whenever they made the G.I. Joes a little bigger in size. And my parents wouldn't buy it for me when I was a kid. So later on, when I first got involved in this stuff, this nostalgia stuff, I found that on a Facebook toy group or something for like $40. It's worth like $300 now, but I went back and bought it, and it's like people's like, why are you buying these toys? Because I couldn't have it when I was a kid. Now I got it as an adult. I don't even have it out here on display because we didn't have a shelf big enough for it.
Yeah.
So it's in the box in there. Let's see here. What's yummy, dear?
Oh, your mom and Striker's watching and eating ice.
Okay. So, hope that answers your question there, the real life perspective show. I've got a lot of toys, but as far as what I have left over from when I was a kid, I don't have a whole lot of my original stuff. I've spent a big majority of my time trying to get it back, replace it, as it were. So, and then she's learned how to collect things along the way, so now we've picked up things. She's got her own niche of things that she likes, you know. Anything Dan Aykroyd, and now anything apparently House of a Thousand Corpses or Rob Zombie related. I know.
Just horror.
Just horror in general?
Certain horror. I think we need more action figures.
I think we need more VHS. That's where it's like that's something I want to find more this year. They've asked me, it's like, you got any, I want to find more horror VHS. It's like I traded off a big stack of it for an Aussie shirt because it was ones I wasn't really, super committed to, but I want to find more that we like.
Yeah,
and they're
like that we would watch.
Yeah, and they're not out there. It's like we sift through 1,000 friggin' VHSs a season, and you might
seriously,
and you might find 10 or 15 horror movies if you're lucky.
Yeah,
I mean, you look down here on my shelf. Let me just Cat will keep you busy. I'll do a count here.
Aw, Mighty Max. We had a lot of Mighty Max recently in one of our videos. And yeah, I'm not going to get started on it. I like watching his videos, I do, and it's very interesting. I just wish that,
If you go back and watch our video about the top 12 finds of this year, one of them was the Mighty Max figure lot we found.
Yeah.
Because I found one of those earlier this year.
Yep.
I wish I kept all of mine as a kid.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020. I wish I would have kept a lot of things. I had an issue when I was a kid. It's like my birthday and my cousin's birthday were 3 days apart, so my parents would always take us to we bought basketball cards back then. And they'd always take us to buy basketball cards with our birthday money. And I had a thing where I only bought rookie cards. I only collected rookie cards. And I had a ton of Kobe Bryant rookie cards and a ton of Allen Iverson rookie cards.
See,
I wish I would have still had. No, because even I knew back then that the baseball bubble was about to bust.
See, I didn't. I just love baseball. So, like, of course, back then, the penny candy store in California, we had baseball and then we had the gum.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just something that we started like, oh, let's collect this. And then Pokemon.
See, baseball was just boring to me. So
I love baseball.
Baseball was good whenever there was steroids. That's when baseball was good. When Sammy Sosa would walk out there and clock a 500-600 foot home run 2 or 3 times a game, and then Mark McGwire come and do the same thing.
Just because there's not a million home runs, just like there isn't like a million, 3-point or.
Well, call me crazy, but if I'm gonna go see a baseball game, I'd rather pay good money to see a meat-covered robot hit a baseball 600 feet than watch the way it is nowadays.
I don't watch it nowadays, but back in the day, it was fascinating.
He says, Nicky Corp says, yeah, so many lost relics. Oh, yeah. I had some limited edition Friday the 13th comic books that I can't even find on eBay or find pictures of that I sold for a little bit of nothing way back when. Hindsight's 2020. A lot of the stuff I had when I was a kid, I wish I would have kept,
The turtle pillows.
But fortunately, a lot of the clothes I had when I was a kid, my mom kept for me. It's like, so I've got clothes from the 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie and stuff like that all Striker's going to be fitting very soon. So at least my mom had the foresight enough to keep my clothes, but I sure didn't keep my toys like I wished I had. But that's what happens. Now, then you spend the rest of your
Jalen. No, it's not.
You spend the rest of your adult
Hockey
life trying to get it
boring.
back.
What? He said baseball is boring.
Hockey's equally as boring.
Yeah.
But at least there's fights and there's violence, regularly. It's not like you see a dugout get cleared once every couple of weeks, It says, the Real Life Perspective Show says, you got an awesome collection from a lot of genres. It's really awesome to have so much variety. Great job. Saw your OG Alien, and I first learned about it. Watched the Toy Hunter on the Travel Channel. Hey, that's a Jordan Hembrow. That's you crazy you brought that up, because that's exactly how I found out about that alien. And it was in another life, years before I'd met Kat. I found that thing in a flea market in Winchester for $15. And the dude had 20 on it, and I had known what it was worth, and it sat there for months and months and months. He said, I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. You're the first person who's touched that thing. And I was like, well, I said, would you take any less for it? He said, well, I paid $15 for it in 1979. I said, would you want to make your money back? He says, sure. And I've had that thing ever since. I've quite literally had him for going on 10 or 11 years now. Been a long time. Yeah. He was one of my first ever Grail finds,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you had him displayed when I first met you.
He had his own case. He had his own box for a long time, his own display case that he went into.
He had his own display case until he went on that shelf. Mm-hmm. Don't let him lie to you. Like, that was literally like, hey, let's go out on a date. Oh, this is my alien. I'm like...
It's most certainly not the most expensive thing I've ever found, but to me it's like one of the greatest things I've ever found, because I literally watched that show with Jordan Hembrow and then go out a few days later with this knowledge that I just retained and found this damn thing that people looked their people looked their whole life to find. I was like, okay, so really Jordan Hembrow is what started this nostalgia hunt for me, when it came to the toys. And then when I started watching The Angry Video Game Nerd, I was like, well, maybe I should get some of these old video games I wanted when I was a kid. And then I was like, okay, well, I like horror movies, so let's get this.
And then shoes.
And then, so yeah, it's like
jersey.
I jump every genre. It's like I just want.
And we make fun of Tyler. It's funny because that's how you started.
Yeah, just collecting random things, this, that, and the other, just things that I found appealing. Okay, let's see here. Don't worry. We all went through that phase where we were growing up and had to focus on paying the bills as young adults and never wanted to go back and grab the stuff our parents held for us. My biggest thing was I ended up selling a lot of that stuff to buy things or put gas in my car or whatever, there was a guy who owned the bicycle shop there in Portland. His name was TJ's, and it was TJ's Bicycle Shop, but the other half of his building, he turned it into a we sell your things on eBay store.
Like off of 40-year-old.
Exactly. That was exactly what he did. But a lot of times you go in there and he would just, it's like, look, there's not enough money to be made here for both of us, but I will buy this from you outright, and then I'll sell it for whatever I can make it, which I found out in the end of the day was him just say, look, your shit's really good. I don't want to split the commission with you. I'll just give you this because I know you'll take it. And that's exactly what happened to a lot of my cards and my comic books. I mean, it is what it is. We were young, stupid kids. It was more important to sell off them cards and get $20 worth of gas to go out and holler at the girls than it was to have them basketball cards. And it's just when you think about when you're a young guy.
Yeah, I get it.
Said the Real Life Perspective Show said that it's a great alien story. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, that's one of my favorite finds. I wish I could. I've actually thought about if I ever run out of footage, doing a reenactment of finding some of these great finds I've found. It's like I found a pair of Balmain jeans in the Goodwill, sold them for $500, and found a motorcycle helmet at a garage sale for $20 and sold it for $500 or $600. They have had a lot of big sales. Yeah. And then if you go back and watch my Froggy video and you see all that shit that I had and all that stuff that he bought, and he come back multiple times and I still got more stuff. It's like if I was doing this stuff way back when, if I'd have been shooting and putting on YouTube way back when, these other dudes would have had a chance.
Oh my god, yeah. Like some of this stuff.
Because a lot of the stuff these people find, I'm like, man, that's a slow weekend for me, and that's the highlight of your video.
But the great thing about you, and I'm gonna say it, like, yes, I'm a part of it, and it sucks sometimes, because, like, the grind, but you're still out there, even in this economy, in this, you know, situation, and still finding it. But, repeat, it is a grind. Like, what, 2 toilet breaks in one day? I mean, we ain't playing. So.
You know, for every video that you guys see where there's 7, 8, 9 clips, I probably went 30, 35 sales that day. And every video you see, so it adds up. You start thinking, if every video I drop in a year has 8, 9 clips in it, think about how many sales I had to go to get you those 8 or 9 clips. You know?
It's a lot of work.
It
but,
is.
I mean, yet again, being knowledgeable.
And then we've limited ourselves too. You know, we could bring you guys along and stay at the same garage sale for 5-10 minutes and put 3 sales in the video and bought, you know, an alarm clock, pots and pans, and a DVD player. But I'd prefer not to do that, so I make things even harder on myself. I had to get a 15-minute video with you guys. I got to put in 9.5-minute clips of the stuff that we like and the stuff that you like, and it makes it certainly a whole lot harder. I can't.
Yeah, but we're not going to show you like a whole bunch of malingering. But then again, we don't do a lot of malingering, because even Joneses, which
I had to earn that name, brother. He says they don't call him the most electrifying man for nothing.
No.
Yeah. You had to work for it to bring all those electrifying finds, and it's like, and I feel bad if I put out what I consider to be subpar quality. Like, even this week's video, it's done okay. It's been running about the middle of the pack, 1,300 views, and we found quite literally everything we like. We found an expensive jacket that I sold for $115, some vintage toys, some vintage video games, but to me, it seems kind of boring. That's bad, isn't it?
You just always have to outdo yourself, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a good quality to have. But.
Pablo Esco, a little late on this comment, going back to it, says the Mighty Ducks is all I know about hockey. I know enough to be dangerous. I know enough the jerseys are worth money. I know to look for Wayne Gretzky. Yeah, well, I pick up most hockey jerseys if they're not for resale. If they fit my oldest boy, he gets them, and there's quite literally 3 in my personal collection. I keep a Ducks jersey on deck. I keep that jersey that Tupac wore in that video, and then I keep a Kings jersey, you know, because of NWA. They would, you know, so.
I thought you had a Blackhawk
Oh, and I got a Blackhawks, Chicago Blackhawks jersey, just because I have a matching one with Jalen, and soon the Crike has a matching one, so, yeah.
Can't wait for that picture.
15 minutes to go. You 10 diehards that stayed in here with us, make sure you get your last comments in here.
And like.
Go back and watch all of our videos.
Yeah.
Go share them to all your social medias. Go tell all your friends. We
spread the word.
Spread the word. We put out good content.
We do. And we have fun.
Oh, that's the best.
Like I said, it's a grind, but it's fun.
So it reminds me of the end of the movie Warriors. You guys, the Warriors, you guys are good, real good. And I was like, no, we're the best. Aren't we?
But we earn it.
He says, way back when you had your dreads. Yeah. I don't miss those things, though. Actually, there was a few. Actually, somebody said something to me similar back that I had changed. Remember that? I got a comment here not too long ago. It's like, I've been subscribed to your channel for a long time now, but I just thought that I was going to tell you today that I'm unsubscribing, that you've changed and you're not the same since you cut your dreads off. And I'm like, okay. All right.
Knowing this man since 2016, he's the same hair or not, he's going to do what he's going to do.
Do you send out one of those stickers with every package you send out? We have stickers that are smaller, on a smaller scale, that are not the holographic ones. We pass those out when we're out and about. But we do have smaller ones that we're about to run out of. We got to reorder some more. But we send it with every eBay package and every Poshmark package.
We try to, and we don't sell them, so...
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another trend. I'm not going to call anybody out, but I've noticed some trends here lately of people, internet YouTubers, selling their stickers. Like, you can come buy a 3-pack of my stickers for $3, $4, $5, and I'm like, no. We give our stickers away. We have our YouTube channel. It's on it's on our little sticker, and if I send out 100 of those stickers a week,
that's our promotion.
And then if we get 2 subscribers, to me, that's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I ain't gonna sell nobody no stickers, no way, shape, or form. No. I don't even want to put out merchandise because I don't feel like people should have to pay money for merchandise to represent me. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you could make some cool merchandise. I like the colors.
The Real Life Perspective Show says it's quality, not quantity. Slater. Yeah, that's basically it. You know,
Yeah.
I try to bring the best possible quality content because I know what I like to see. That's the thing. So yeah, the Real Life Perspective Show says smash the like button, you guys. Oh yeah, make sure you smash that like button.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the last comments in. Make sure you tell your friends and everybody. Like I said, we sent that mask to Scotland that was autographed by.
Well, we are going to tomorrow.
Autographed by Jack Skellington, and like we told him, was like, make sure you tell everybody in Scotland about us.
Yeah, like we promote. We're not good at listing, and we're not gonna sell stickers.
Yeah, and we're not gonna bring you guys pots and pans and VHS players. It's just not our thing.
Unless they're for
us.
Like the copper ones that I found. We still use. They're in our cabinet. It is what it is.
But let's see here. Anything else? Any questions for Miss Cat? We got 10 minutes.
Yes,
it's
I'm
the
back,
final
guys.
final countdown. 10 minutes.
Final countdown.
Make sure you get those questions in. We like to spend every minute we can with you guys.
Yeah, and tell us what you guys are up to.
What's your favorite horror anthology show?
Ooh, is that like the Terrifier and...
It would
That's
be...
an anthology, right?
It would be like Trick or Treat, where there's... Not like the Trick or Treat with Sam Hain. There's overlapping stories, I think, right? And then, Terrifier. Yeah.
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, she liked All Hallows Eve. If you know about Art the Clown, that's where he got his start. And, before Terrifier, if you go watch All Hallows Eve, that's a really, really underrated, very good anthology.
Or if you watch our HorrorCon video, we actually have a picture with somebody who is dressed up as Art the Clown.
Yeah, and he was
the makeup was
yeah.
movie ready. Like, who was it? Damien who plays Art? If you didn't know any better, I would have seriously thought. Like, who did his
Damien Leone didn't play Art. David Howard Thornton.
David. I knew it was a D.
Okay, so the Real Life Perspective Show says Warriors is so great. We streamed it on my Twitch a couple months back. Who was your favorite gang? Oh, my favorite gang's the Rogues. I loved, was it David Patrick Kelly, I think his name is, Warriors come out and play. I loved him in the movie Commando. I loved him in The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. So yeah, I definitely like the Rogues. The coolest looking gang in that movie has to be the Baseball Furies, of course.
Thank God you said that, because I was like, if he doesn't say that.
The Baseball Furies, and then of course I'm always a Warriors fan. But my two favorite Warriors, one makes it to the end, one doesn't. I loved Ajax, because he'll be one of my Raidens. He played Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2, and then I liked Vermin because he was just funny. But you like the Warriors?
I would say the chick band or the chick gang, but
the Lizzies.
The Lizzies, but they were too obvious. It's like, I don't know.
But anyways, he says Holidays was a great anthology. Eric Bolt says Tales from the Crypt was his favorite.
Twilight Zone, if we really want to.
Yeah.
That, I mean, come on now.
I don't know. Anthology can be such a loose, if you want to talk about like Halloween 3 falls into the category. Seasons of the Witch falls into the category of an anthology. So.
Yeah, but no.
Jeff Wall says, glad Miss Cat is back. The background is cool. Keep up the hunt and keep warm. We're doing all of the above.
Yes.
Yeah. And we've managed to keep up the hunt even in this cold. The stuff we found in Indianapolis this weekend was choice.
And froze, but...
We froze because we decided we wasn't going to park in the... a friend of ours said, we'll park across the way over here in this church parking lot, and save yourself some money. We'll just walk over here. Yeah, well, it was a long, cold walk. So next time I think we'll park in there. But after seeing the place and seeing the line of the cars that was waiting to get in and stuff, we
made the right choice.
We made the right choice to walk, but man, we about froze death.
Yeah.
Like, walking into the wind.
Yeah. I was worried of literally worried of frost.
Why do they do this? Why do you guys do this to us? We're 8 minutes from closing shop and then 19 people jump in. That happens every time. So... But I'm glad you guys are liking the new background. We're gonna show it off in the future video. Miss Cat worked really hard to get all this stuff on these shelves. I had very little input about how I said this is what needs to go on it, make it fit, and she did it. So we'll give her.
And he was picky, like, you can't use this. You can't have any residue from tape or sticky putty or anything.
And certain things have to be up front and up center, and, things have to be seen, like I had one certain boxes sitting out that could be seen, it's like showing off the super cool stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to, like, just keep adding to it and get more shelves, because we have more stuff.
He says, yeah, the Furies look dope. I remember the road guy from Dreamscape with Dennis Quaid. See, I never seen Dreamscape. I have to look into that.
No, and Dennis Quaid, that's weird, because...
the cat likes Dennis Quaid.
So, yeah.
She liked him as Jerry Lee Lewis.
Who didn't? I mean, do we have any females up in this room?
Well, I'll tell you, a terrible role he played. Check out Jaws 3. If you want to see him in a terrible role, watch Jaws 3. That's the worst thing he ever played. Next video should be that shelf tour. Okay, we can try to probably squeeze that in this next video.
Are you sure? Because we have so what are you doing? So many videos.
Yeah, I'm not sure what... I had something on my list.
You have to get Josh and Whitley's out there.
I got a Mojo Cacher video coming out. I got to get to our trip down there to the what's that, Trader's World? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big ass flea market down there. We went to that.
And then we're doing that thing with Jen and Joe.
Yeah, but we'll be going back. Yeah, we'll be making another trip back to Mojo's here soon. We've got, truth be told, we've got so much footage blocked up. It's crazy. It's like that US 40s footage. If you look, US 40s were super early in the year. I've been holding on to that footage for so long. Mostly it was because a lot of it was a couple, 2 or 3 sales that were really, really good. I spent 17, 18, 19 minutes at one sale, and I didn't want to do the editing. And used to these videos where I go to a sale, I got my camera on for a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes at best, and I can pick up 5 or 6 of those little clips that I want, throw them in my editing thing, and be done. I don't have to watch the whole video and cut these sections out. So a lot of that footage got put on the back burner just simply because I didn't want to edit it. The editing process took too long. But
it was good footage.
But it's worked out because we got literally enough garage sale footage to take us over to the winter. And you'll probably be seeing stuff in this upcoming season's garage sale footage will probably still be overpowered by last season's stuff. I'll still be showing stuff from last year. Like, technically, our top 12 finds of this year was only the top 12 finds that y'all saw. I've got another 7, 8, 9 videos worth of cool stuff that we found that y'all didn't see.
Yeah, so we only got to choose from, like, what you guys know we found so far. But, like he said, we are backed up, and we can't choose them and show them till you guys have seen them, so.
Yeah. Nikki Corpse, have you guys ever met the Grim Life at a con or anything? No, I don't think I have. The Grim Life, you ever heard of that? No? No?
The Grim Life. What is it?
Hey, probably. I don't know. You have to tell us, what's the Grim Life here? But we got 4 minutes left, so we have to make this quick. But
4 minutes.
I don't know. When it comes to our horror stuff, I only follow, like, Lexington, and I follow, like, Monster Mania and a couple others. And,
okay, no, you send me stuff about...
It's a horror-based channel. Yeah, I've never heard of it, the Grim Life. We've heard of Shudder, and we've heard stuff like that, but yeah, I've never heard of it.
You send me stuff from, like, New Jersey, and this guy's going to be in Texas.
Well, yes, because these are I follow certain actors, so whatever cons they're at is what pops up, it's like, because there's certain actors we're trying to catch at a con somewhere near us. I'd like to meet Tom Atkins, and he's at one in Philadelphia. I don't know if even Robert's even on the tour circuit anymore, to be honest with you.
I probably missed him, because
I think we did.
Remember, what was it, like 2 years ago when we went?
We should have went and got him, but his line was so long.
Oh
it was
my
a
God,
choice.
it was insane.
It was a choice between him or Kane. Otherwise, we would have never gotten out of there on time. If we had to wait in both lines, we'd have been there all day.
Yeah, met Kane like a bunch. Like
not at that point, we hadn't.
No, but I mean, like, we would have. Like, if Robert's really done.
All right, Pablo Esco says, how long do you take to edit a video? Usually 2 hours. I can get it mostly done in 2 hours, but then I proof watch it 2 or 3 times, and I have something that every Saturday morning I get up and do the price breakdown. For the words at the end, I do that every Saturday morning. That's how I finish it. But I can usually edit a good video in about 2 hours. A rummage sale video. Now, you're talking like the one that I edited for Retro Rex. That took a while with all those montages. The Philadelphia video took a little while. what was the other recent one here? Oh, the car museum. That I put a lot of editing in that car museum one, and then there was one other one that was kind of daunting. Oh, that one with the art sabers. That was when you guys said that that was a little too long, Miss Cat got to see the original footage from when I first showed it to her, when the lightsaber twirling was like 3 minutes worth of just showing the functions and spinning the lightsaber. So that I had to put a lot of video editing into that to trim that down and then sync it with the music.
When he says he's not going to sponsor something that he wouldn't enjoy or play with, we mean it. Like, he wouldn't leave this thing alone, and I was at work, and thankfully Tyler was like, oh, it's too long, because it was very long. Your real one's on Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah. Estimated profit, he says. All right, the Real Life Perspective Show says, gotta bounce, guys. Keep up the great content. Let's grab a beer together and stream some OG Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes or something on a live sometime. I'll DM you on IG. Definitely hit me up on IG. Miss Cat loves Are You Afraid of the Dark. And we did go back and watch the episodes we could find to that. And there was, that replays well. Mm-hmm. There's several episodes that replay very well.
But there's some that were missing that were really good.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't remember where we found that was streaming it. Well, it had to be Paramount, because Paramount has the rights to the shit on Nickelodeon. Yeah, there was episodes missing from every season. I was like, how the hell does a big television company lose episodes? It's like Johnny Bravo. We can't even find Johnny Bravo streaming no place, shape, or form. We'd have to buy it individually, one episode at a time. They did
that with Ed just recently. Yep. Ed and Eddie. That was our family show.
Okay, here we go. Jay Bird says, what's the difference between the total value and estimated value at the end of this estimated profit? Okay, the total value is what we believe that the total value is. The estimated profit is what we believe we'll make after what we spent on the goods, and fees. So, what's your favorite Stephen King movie? Top of my head, favorite Stephen King movie. We're running out of time here.
Pet Sematary.
Cat's favorite Stephen King movie is Pet Sematary. Mine's got to be probably Maximum Overdrive. I love Maximum Overdrive. Let's see here. James Stark says, met Robert Englund at Monster Mania years ago, 3.5 hours and worth the wait. Yeah, I'm hoping we get one more chance at him, and we'll wait that time, because we got a book down there we got from Froggy Flips we want to get autographed.
And other than Kane, Robert is my childhood, unfortunately.
All right, then Eric Bolt says, are you afraid of the dark? Yep, and in season 6 isn't on Paramount Plus. Yeah, I don't know. It was missing the season and missing episodes last time we looked into it. But yeah, we watched
an important episode that was like serious, because I was like, wait a minute, this isn't even on here.
But it is 8:00 and it is time for us to dip out. We've spent 2 hours with you guys tonight.
Date night.
And me and Miss Cat are gonna have a little date night while Striker's with Grandma. So
eating ice.
Yeah, eating Hawaiian ice. So good night to everybody, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.